Welcome back. Today we find ourselves looking for Nevada State historical markers numbers 166 through 170. Let's start off our trip in Washoe County on the west side of Washoe Lake on Old US 395. Tucked into the pines is Bowers Mansion Regional Park and our first marker in this series. So let's take a good look at marker number 166, Bowers Mansion. Bowers Mansion, built 1864, restored 1967. Bowers Mansion recalls the wealth of the Comstock Bonanza. Lemuel S. Sandy and Ellie Orrin Bowers were probably the first millionaires produced by the famous find in Gold Canyon. As strangers, they had adjoining claims. After a rich vein was struck, they were soon married and had this mansion built. Misfortune followed fortune, and soon all was lost. The richness of their vein gave out, a new mill was destroyed, financiers balked, and then Sandy died in 1868. Maneuvering to make the property self-sustaining, Ellie struggled on. Finally, in 1878, she lost the property by foreclosure to Myron C. Lake. After that, the property had a succession of owners, including Henry Ritter, who managed it as a popular resort from 1903 to 1946. Ellie Orrin Bowers died in poverty, and unwittingly, she and Sandy left a legacy to Nevada. Nevada State Historical Marker, number 166. Now, let's head north to Reno and then take Interstate 80 east for 202 miles to exit 216. Located at the rest area is where we're going to find our next marker. Marker number 167, Valmy. Valmy. Overlooking the old California Immigrant Trail, Valmy was named after the Battle of Valmy, fought during the French Revolution in 1792. Established in 1910 by the Southern Pacific Railroad Company, Valmy served during the steam era as a water and fuel stop for the railroad. Treaty Hill to the northwest marks the division point between the northern Paiute lands to the west and Shoshone lands to the east. For generations, the scene of battles over two springs. Treaty Hill marks the site where peace was wrought by compromise, when Native Americans peacefully divided springs and territory between the warring tribes. The first post office here was established as Stonehouse on November 26, 1890. The name was changed to Valmy March 24, 1915. Nevada State Historical Marker, number 167. Now, let's drive 461 miles south back to the Valley of Fire State Park. Located inside the park and about 4/10 of a mile from the park's east entrance is our next marker. Marker number 168, Arrowhead Trail. Arrowhead Trail, 1914-1924. Las Vegans claim to be the originators of this all-weather route between Los Angeles and Salt Lake City. From the beginning, the Arrowhead Trail was a grassroots effort including promotion by various chambers of commerce and volunteer construction by local citizens. However, it was Charles H. Bigelow from Los Angeles who gave it great publicity. During 1915 and 1916, he drove the entire route many times in his twin-six Packard Cactus Kate. The trail, as seen behind you, was built in 1915 and completed the section between St. Thomas and Las Vegas. In its day, it denoted a milestone of progress. Nevada State Historical Marker, number 168. Our next marker is a little confusing and quite interesting, so let's start off by driving 476 miles north to Sparks. Located on Victorian Avenue between 10th Street and Pyramid Way is Illard Park. Sitting next to the Railroad Museum is a little schoolhouse and our next marker, marker number 169, Glendale School. Also, a little over 400 feet to the east of the schoolhouse is marker number 29. So let's take a look at marker number 169, Glendale School. Glendale School, 1864-1958, oldest remaining school building in Nevada. Glendale, as a settlement, preceded Reno and was destined to be the metropolis on the Truckee River until the Central Pacific Railroad was induced to bypass the community for a station at Lakes Crossing, Reno. E.C. Sessions, the first teacher, organized the school and taught in his home until this building was constructed in 1864. Archie Bryant built the structure at a cost of $1,446, and it remains as a testament of his craftsmanship. The original board of trustees consisted of John F. Stone, William Steele, and N.C. Hasland. Over the years, a great many Nevadans were educated at the Glendale School. Perhaps the most notable student was U.S. Senator Patrick A. McCarran. The school building was relocated from its original site to this location in 1976. Nevada State Historical Marker, number 169. Now we need to travel a little over 2 miles to the corner of East Gregg Street and South Stanford Way. This area was the original location of the old Glendale Schoolhouse. The school was moved in 1976 to its present location, and the original marker was left behind and forgotten about. So now, let's take a look at the original marker number 169, Glendale Schoolhouse. Glendale School, oldest remaining school building in Nevada, constructed in 1864 in continuous use until 1958. Glendale as a settlement preceded Reno and was destined to be the metropolis on the Truckee River until the Central Pacific Railroad was induced to bypass the community for a station at Lakes Crossing, Reno. First teacher was E.C. Sessions, who organized the school and taught in his home until the building was constructed. The original board of trustees was made up of John F. Stone, William Steele, and N.C. Hasland. Over the years, a great many Nevadans were educated at Glendale School. Perhaps the most notable student was U.S. Senator Patrick A. McCarran. Built at a cost of $1,446, the school stands as a shrine in memory of its builder, Archie Bryant, and a once bustling community. Nevada State Historical Marker, number 169. So now, let's travel 239 miles east to the town of Eureka. Located on the corner of North Monroe Street and State Route 780 is the Eureka Sentinel Museum. On the right-hand side of this 2-story red brick building is going to be our next marker. Marker number 170, Eureka Sentinel Building. Eureka Sentinel Building, constructed in 1879 at a cost of $10,000. The Sentinel Building was designed by architect C.M. Bennett. The Eureka Sentinel was published in this building from 1879 to 1960. 3 generations of the Skillman family, Archibald, Edward, and Willis, edited the newspaper. The last editor, Edward J. Moyle, had been with the Sentinel for over 50 years before he took over the editorial chair in 1944. Nevada State Historical Marker, number 170.